PC froze on me. I literally just went, nope, done now. Dunno. No, absolutely no idea. Right. Said stream condition was excellent. There we go. Figured it out now. Yeah, no idea. Right. Either with Task Manager open. OBS is using a lot. Not even a lot of RAM. Because, like, check my headroom. That was odd. Odd, 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 odd. I mean, with any luck, it will work. Do you know what? I've no idea what's causing the issues either, because, like... Hold on, I've got... Right. Big no-no. This may work, it may not. May not show it. But... I'm only using... As you can see on screen, I'm literally using... 25% of my CPU, 37% of my GPU, 58% of my memory, and it's having a moment. Do not know why. Like, never had this problem. Oh, granted, this is the first time I've done like a YouTube stream, but never had this problem until now. I do not know why. Also, I need to speak to Dan about this applicant. But yeah, go back to what you said. Like, Crypt King, I've never really used. Like, just me. Don't have him. Never really used him. So it is what it is. Like, oh, if he works for you and you've got to 16 with him, you might as well keep using him. Don't know why I keep clicking on that. It's because the dot's annoying me. What I've also done, worked out. So let's clear some space. To be fair, because I have what 44, 46 shards. So let's clear some space. Let me throw these into. Definitely not the best way to do this, but it is far quicker than doing it any other way. This is the reason I never try and save to do Summon Rush with mysteries. I know a lot of people do, but I do not have the patience to sit and feed 2,100 1-star and 2-star champions. Like, genuinely, that's enough for me. If I've got space now, I do. So, we'll just go ahead, we'll do these. To be fair, if you've got 2 burners built, I can see why you wouldn't have built, you know, an additional 3. From my experience, I'd take Artak over Drex, but if you've got Drex built, I'd be in no rush to build Mordecai or Artak, to be honest. Unless you're after someone who can do campaign farming, or you want to start doing solo content somewhere. Because I know solo, like stage 16 dragons, there's actually quite, you can do it on quite a low budget build. Let's start with the ancients, as we've got 40 of them. We are just going to empty everything, because why not? My shards get like this because I don't pull very often. Like, the last fusion that we had, I didn't do. I don't really go for guaranteed, because like the last one we had, which was the 30 shards for Allure, if you didn't have Allure, it was absolutely brilliant. It was 100% worthwhile going for, but I have a copy of her, so I didn't go for it. And the legendary ones, I mean, it's not... I can't remember the last time they did, in my opinion, a legendary guaranteed that was worth the shards they were asking for. So 41 shards, 2 epics. Phoenix, who's a dupe. So, nothing new there. Do the voids. I mean, of course, Krisk is the one we want. I mean, yeah, so it's one of them champions where you have to have a talk with yourself of whether you build one, let alone a second, in my opinion. But, as I said, that's just me. Like, I'm very thrifty with the champions I build. Like, it takes a lot of resources to 5 and 6 star a champion, so you need to make sure they're a worthwhile champion if you're going to build them. We'll do voids next. See what we get. Don't imagine we're going to get much. Huntress, not a bad rare, but a rare. Like, nothing really outside of epics and legendaries is going to make any difference to this account. It's at that point, but you know, Fnatic, actually quite a good rare for faction wars for this faction, in my opinion. Just with decreased defense, does help, and increased attack on all allies for 2 turns, and removes a buff from each ally. If you're under 1 buff, actually, great. Clan boss support comes down to a 4 turn. Get him going on a 4-3 ratio, and save this for the turn after the cleanse. Have him go first after the cleanse. We'll remove the stun from someone. Allows you to keep going in your tune, as long as he does it before anyone else goes. So, kind of cool champion. Sacreds. 2 big boys, let's pull these. Epic. And a Shao, who I believe is a dupe, so maybe food, maybe faction guardian. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what epic banner lords I actually use on the account. Next we have Lawn Cutter. Not actually pulled this champion before. That's one enemy, 75% increasing the target's turn meter by 100%. That seems like it could be a little bit busted. Attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing a leech debuff and 100% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns. Once again, that seems a little bit busted, and like that seems like it could be very useful. Attacks one enemy 3 times, heals his champion by 15% of the damage inflicted. I mean, that was a fly being squatted. I don't know if that came through, but this guy's screaming Fire Knight. So a 3 hitter on his A1 and a complete 100% chance when booked on a 4-turn cooldown of completely 100% decrease of the target's turn meter. That's insane. Who seems a tad stronger than you thought they were? Liam. What about Saito? Right. Where are we now? So this should be Summon Rush done. Yes. That's it. I only wanted the rare. Oh, Lawn the Cutter. Yeah, he's so much stronger than I thought he was. Like, when he popped up, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit disappointed. Like, you know, if I'm getting an epic, I want it to be an epic I know I'm going to use. But I actually think, put him back up. Where is he? I actually think this guy in Fire Knight would be ridiculous. Like, even if you just got him A1 in, just A1 him. Same thing you'd do with an Allure. Like Allure, when you take her into Fire Knight, all you want her doing is her A1 3 times, decreases the target's turn meter by 25% on each crit. As you can see, I've started taking pieces off here. Where I have genuinely, what, 45? Where I haven't got gloves that can get her up there. Leveled anyway. I mean, he's not the sort of champion where if you do just go, right, that's it, I'm done with him, I'm not going to use him, you're not really going to, like, have broke your account getting rid of him. He is an epic, so you do have a relatively good chance of putting a second, but you have an alternative to him already on your account. So he's got, what, the triple hitter, where we've got a quad hitter from Cold Heart, and then he's got 100% turn meter reduction, same as Cold Heart, but Cold Heart's got a big smack with it as well. And Cold Heart's actually coded in Fire Knight to only use this. She will not use this while the Fire Knight has his shield up. So actually, if you've got a Cold Heart, and you're just looking at it from Fire Knight, where I think he's going to be the most use, Cold Heart, I'd think I'd take a Cold Heart over a Law in the Cutter if you have one. And Cold Heart, easier to build as well, because you only need that 70% crit rate. You can put crit damage everywhere. So much easier to be able to put crit damage on someone than it is crit rate. Like, it's ridiculous how easy it is to just pump crit rate and pump crit damage in comparison to crit rate. Because the other thing, if you're looking for Fire Knight, is ally attack. So I've just started to look at Fire Knight hard. And I actually use a Cardial team. I can't remember which one it's on. So, it's A3, Heavenly Host. 30% increased crit rate. 30% increased crit damage buff on all allies for 2 turns. Then teams up with all allies to attack a target enemy. So we don't get the built-in cooldown, but because he's teaming up with everyone, they're all going to use their A1. So if you've got multi-hitters on the A1, like a Cold Heart, like an Allure, you're going to get that. So just a Cold Heart. Fat Man would work. I can't remember his cooldown. Have I got him in the vault or out of the vault? I don't think I've ever fully built one. Where is it? Oh, I know I've got one. So, same thing again. Yeah, I knew I had one, and I've never built him, because I don't think I got Farrakhan until after I'd pulled Cardial. Because I'd already got Cardial built to do ally attack content. It was a bit hard trying to build Farrakhan, especially as I don't need him for Faction Wars. I've done Barbarian Faction Wars, so I didn't need him for that either, so I never really built him out. He was geared at one point. He just went in the vault afterwards. But he could do exactly the same turn. Same thing on a 4-turn cooldown. You get him going first, and then stagger your champions around him. So, for instance, if you know you've got to get 15 hits in, and you get him going first, you can then count... Right, so he doesn't go. That's not a hit. But you've then got Cold Heart, Allure. A Cold Heart and Allure, that's, what, 7 attacks? So that's a good chunk of the shield down just from them two. Then you get like a Feign or something for decreased defense. Because Fein's got a double hit. So that becomes 9 attacks then, straight off the bat. Been a long time since I've done normal Fire Knight. Yeah, I sometimes do like question some of the champions I have and haven't built. Like Ronda. So many people rave about Ronda, Deliana. And I just haven't built them. I mean, I built him early game, but quite quickly got phased out. Might occasionally bring him back now, as you can see, destroy set for certain stages of Doom Tower. Yeah, Farhand, Rueda, also great champions for it. So if we go over, give you an idea. No. Let's go to Fire Knight. So as I said, I've started progressing to hard. Yeah, a lot of people have said Ronda's good, but the things I'd use her for, I've already got champions built out to do. So it'd only be for content purposes. So this is a team I run in hard. As I said, I'd run a Cardial ally attack team. Then when I drop to normal, go with 20, I've actually got this. Just survivability, waves, waves, waves. Cold Heart just to deal with the boss. What you could do, because of course Duchess, you know, not many people have a Duchess. I've got 2. But if I was trying to do it without a Duchess, Cold Heart, Allure. Yeah, I mean, Sia's great. Sia is definitely, like, probably top, easily top 5, maybe top 10 epics in the game. Who else could we run here? What I actually did from... I actually created... I went back and I looked at... things I could do that were really budget and would actually help early game players. The one I found was... keep Allure and Cold Heart in as the epics, as an epic and a rare. Actually, run Apothecary, Kale, and Bellower. I believe it was this team I built out. If I go to team setup, yeah, that's exactly what you could do. Is where I've got Cardial, you run Fat Man, and then just run multi-hitters alongside him, but they have to be multi-hit A1s. That's the important part. They need to have 2, 3, or possibly 4 hits on their A1, because everyone who attacks on that, everyone who attacks as ally attack will actually just use their A1, their default skill. Apparently, I don't have it built anymore. As you can see, I do a lot of just playing around with my teams. Don't keep teams for very long, other than Spiders, Clan Boss, Arena. Every other team changes quite a lot. So I actually think we could get Finite down with 16 particularly with this team. So for reference, Bellower is currently built as a campaign farmer. I'm not sure about Apothecary and Cow's build. Let's have a quick look. So Apothecary, he's fast. I will say that he's very fast, but besides that, he's really that's probably a mid game build. I even like none of his gears great. It's not really leveled up. Kale got no banner on. This is the other thing. If I do a budget build, you'll have to find I'll have no banner, even on a 6-star champion. And that's because if I put a banner on him, he's already at 223 accuracy without a banner. And the second I put an accuracy banner on him, I think all my accuracy banners are actually on someone. I'd put him over 300 accuracy, 319 accuracy. And that then, to me, isn't a budget build. That's not a budget champion. That's a well-built champion. So he's built for, what? Nightmare, Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. He'll do up to stage 20 dungeons easily. But once again, he's not. He's got a bit of HP, defense, bit of attack. He's slower. He's slow, very slow, but that's sort of why, like, my rares particularly live in sort of not level, not maxed out gear and with pieces missing. Just to try and show that actually, I think you'd be surprised at how close to some of these builds you could get. Like, do you eyeball your builds or do you use the optimizer? Are you purely on your phone? Right, let me just check. Bellower, he's going to be a fairly decent build just because he's my campaign farmer. But that's the build he lives in. Apothecary, Cold Heart, everyone else is built. Yeah, so that, don't get me wrong, you can 100% finish this game, do everything everyone else can do. You can get to late game, plat arena, you know, top tier player, top 1% player on mobile. It's just, it takes slightly more finesse than you'd probably need to do it on a PC. Because of course I can just get RSL Helper or Hell Hades Optimizer or something running and get, you know, teams and builds done faster. I'll tell you what, let's play around, see if we can find, because I'm not sure how many of these you've got. Allure, Cold Heart, Kale, Bellower, Apothecary. All of whom, really, I mean, Kale, Bellower, and Apothecary can be replaced by anyone who's got a heal and AoE. These two are just for the waves. Bellower and Kale are going to finish my waves. Apothecary, he's got the heal, he's got the speed, and a nice increased defense. But start that. Oh, don't get me wrong, it won't be pretty. Like, it's not going to be like a... I'll take that back. I was going to say it's not going to be like a 2-minute run, like 40 seconds run on the boss style run, but it looks like we could be. Yeah, like these, they're easy to get champions, they're usable, they work, you know, we can make this work. Let's pull my stream back up. So, once the shield's down with this team... Oh, we lost the law. Okay, so I will have to double check Allur's build, but actually, when we get to this point, we shouldn't really be struggling here anyway. Like with Apothecary to keep us topped up. Cold Heartseeker, and every so often. With Allure, this just becomes like fail-safe, because between Allure and Cold Heart, they'll keep that shield down. Once it's down, it doesn't go back up. We've just got to figure out what the lowest we could have Allure at is. And then when we got there, we can then look at, right, this is the point we're at, and then how do we improve it? I'm not even going to roll that. Yeah, gear can... Like, at every point in the game, like, gear is the hard part. Like, gear is... I thought I'd put... Like, gear is definitely where most people fall down. And particularly Fire Knights. So, like, up to stage... Well, at any point in the game, like, the hardest dungeon to do is Fire Knights. By a country mile, it's the hardest dungeon to do. Like, it's not even close. But once you can get to... If you can get a team that can get 16, the same team will hit 20. It will just need slightly tankier defense stats. So, Cold Heart, for instance. I'll tell you, let's build Allure. How short am I? 45. Right. Make sure I've got the right primary stat for a start. Right. So, hold on, I am, as it stands, 6% short. So I'm just going to upgrade this one at a time till I get my 100% crit rate. Should be. You need one more? Yeah. I'm not going to fall for the content creator curse and just land at 99% crit rate, because someone will say something. So what? 21k HP, 1.3k defense. Bear in mind, these are the only stats I'm looking at here. These two, this one, this one. So accuracy is very low. Crit rate is fine. Speed, low. And then defense and HP are fine. We're in speed boots. So just because we got an event on at the moment, I will up them to 16, just because that'll help. So, that puts that. 21k, 32, 146 speed. She's still slow. I do not know what that ring is doing on her. But let's move the ring. Crit damage doesn't, like... I don't know what I was on when I built Allure like that. Because that's an odd build. So Allure's currently at your average speed. Your average speed is so. So about 140, 150 speed. That's... It's alright. Let's try that again. Bear in mind, all I've done with Allure is upped her crit rate and her speed by about 20. I've took her from what was it, 130 to 146. So it's 16 with this team. Right. Let's see if... While this runs, I'm just going to boot up. Okay. So Allure still goes down then. That's what we've figured out here. But once again, it will go down. So right, we'll pull this, and then if you send me a message on Discord, I'm just booting Discord up now. What we'll do is we'll have a look, we'll jump on, and we'll see what we can tweak on your account and get your run going. Yeah, that's why I run still on my hard team. Because on my hard team, it's Cold Heart's not good enough to get through the waves. But she's clutching up when it comes to boss. I mean, is it just me, or are these the most pointless things I've added to the game? Right. Let's... So... I'm going to apologise. This... Right. So, yeah, right, I've got Discord up. I need to do... I need to do an update on Hades anyway, because I want to run the artifact extractor. Yeah, mate. If you drop me a message, direct message on Discord, yeah. Get it set up, jumps over, and we'll see what we can do. Right, raid will close in a moment. Shut down. Now, it's going to be a very boring background view of just my desktop. Bet no one can guess what type of motherboard I've got. Right, let's update this. No, I'm not going to lie, I think... Like, this tool right here... Like, this tool, the HH Gaming Artifact tool... I think maybe the best like influence anyone has ever had on a game. Like he's completely revolutionized the way everyone plays this game. Just having this, and particularly with the rumors going that they're working on a mobile version. How long that'll take, whether that will come to fruition or not, I don't know. But of course, rumors are there is a mobile version coming. Like genuinely, like the tools available that people have created for free with this. So that and oh, I don't have it. HH website, once again, fantastic tool, and something that has been done that actually makes everyone's life a lot easier with the game. And then, of course, So I'm going to need that momentarily, possibly. And that. Right. Right. 2D now. Oh, I apologise for this. I didn't have... Right. Genuinely, I know this looks really bad, but I had no. I am being... Because I never come out of the game. I never have anything set up for it. Right, let's get this rolling then. Alright. That worked brilliantly. Thank you. Right. Let's boot this game back up. And then... get rid of the... I genuinely think... you're going to be surprised. So... let's have a look. I mean... still... speed, decent. Good accuracy. Good HP, good defense. The Sil, straight away, Sil, well built. Valk. HP is probably a little low, but actually, not too bad. Let's see what we got going on. First, Telltale Sign. So including equipped, we've got 65 pairs of speed boots on the account. So, I mean, you're off to a great start just by the fact you've got speed gear, speed boots, and particularly decent speed set boots. And see how many pairs of boots then we've got outside of that. Okay, so what's that? About 40% of all your boots are speed boots, so that's a great ratio. Another one, just another quick one you can do with your gear. Bottom row, flat HP, flat attack, flat defense. Outside of speed gear, so it's got speed substats. Keep it. That one. Probably debatable at your point. It'd be great. But later game, things like that would go. That. So genuinely any speed gear that hasn't got either a percentage main stat bottom row or a speed substat bottom row, not worth it. So, right. Anyway, back to the purpose of why we jumped on, shall we? We got dungeons, a Fire Knight. I mean, that's... The time to turn ratio on that seems very odd. Let's have a look at you currently running. Okay, right. See what we can do. We got a Cold Heart. How's the Cold Heart build? Okay, so we're running here. What we could do with Cold Heart straight away, we'd probably break the set, but... Or would we? No, we wouldn't. This would probably straight up just be a better piece. Or, if we can... Oh, blow it. I'm going in the complete wrong direction for this. Instead of taking... So although Cruel set, it's a great set. That bonus, 15% attack, 5% ignore defense. That's a great set, but it doesn't do anything for Cold Heart. So what we're looking at for Cold Heart is this, where attack, it says it scales off attack, but it doesn't matter if you've got, what, 1500 attack or 6k attack. That is not really going to affect it. It's going to have minimal difference on it. Whereas if we were to take... If we go fitting room... To go with... Crit damage, gloves in perception. That's got some speed on it. Or some accuracy. So you could pick and choose between those two depending on where the build ends. But if you were to take those, then go, you want... It's Helm. So once you get this piece, bit of crit damage, bit of attack. And if you got the set, because that's the other thing, the accuracy is a little low. So what we want is 10 accuracy per level of dungeon we're doing. So what's... We're at 1.9. So we might have enough to build one champion out. So let's see if we can tweak who you've currently got, rather than trying to build people out. Very jealous, by the way. Very jealous. She's probably third on my list of most wanted champions. Yeah, because it's the way we build our champions. That's the way we build all of our attacking champions across the game. They're all built with 100% crit rate. Unless it specifically says they don't need crit rate. And also, very jealous. Like, I'm waiting for a Demitha so I can move myself over to a Demitha Clan Boss team. Just because I know it's the only way I'll hit my 100 mil key on Ultra Nightmare. Like, every team I've seen so far has been either a Demitha or a 2-1 double man-eater comp. Right, who have we got? Armiger could be good here. But if it's waves we're looking at... That was Ronda's build. Yeah. Myth Air, it's the team I want to run, but it's the epic that eludes me. I am from about 4 different teams. From the 4 different teams I could build, I'm 1 champion away. So I'm 1 man-eater short of running a double man-eater. I'm a Krisk short of trying to run an Infinity Comp. I'm demyth short of running a Myth Air. Or a Myth Fu. So I'm thinking, actually, we went with a Valk, Ronda, Syl, Cold Heart, did you say you'd got an Allure? So it would be easier to progress once you've got a lore built up, but I think we're definitely going to be able to go and do some work on both Fire Knight. And who are you running in Spiders at the minute? Got team set up? Yeah, I mean, I like that. Definitely like that run. Like, that's a meaty looking setup you've got. I mean, I'd be tempted, particularly for Spider, to probably try and get yourself running into a HP burn and freeze team. So try and get yourself running. As you said, you've got a few burners. You've run Drexar, Achak, you've got Mordecai, you've got Artak. Like Crypt King was who you were using. Yeah, you could go Crypt King because you can't be resisted into an Achak for speed. This is for Spider, yeah. So, right. But let's show you why something is particularly busted. Let's click that. So it's something a lot of experienced players will have seen before. And you've probably seen before in videos and things like that. We get to Team Optimizer. Fire Knight. Normal. Age 20. Find a team. Let's look at only 6-star ascended champions. Because, of course, we've got a champion train starting tomorrow. So it'd be pointless to try and level someone out now. We could just do it tomorrow. We have a few different variations here of teams we can use. And actually, if you were to exclude Seer as well, you'll find now this will jump time a little bit. Let's get them two out. What I want to try now is just going to go with, so, more multi-hits and control on the waves. Check his build, actually. So I think we found the problem here. I know RS is going to be built properly. There we go. So we got it. I actually think... So who did we have there? We had... Okay, that does explain it. So if we go... Check these 5. So we've already said, nice build, I like that build. That build will work. Ornn. I'd be tempted if you had one. Although, I don't know if you're going to have one on the account at all. Yeah. So I'd be tempted when you get one, swap this out for HP percentage chest and drop a accuracy banner on him. HP here. We got a second. Defense, attack. Okay. Just trying to see if we can find some more accuracy. Yeah, I think we're going to watch with solos. So you can do quite a lot of solos, and or you could build to do it, but you tend to need both of these stats to be quite a lot higher. So you're looking at usually 230 plus accuracy and pushing probably 200 resistance, possibly more. Particularly if you're looking at stage 20 onwards. But if we were to... But you haven't got any in regen, actually. Not a set a lot of people have gear rolling around for. And by the way, I do like these sets on him. The sets are great. They're the right sets to have, particularly if you're trying to get down the solo route. I've lost the set again now. Like, you don't have any boots for that set on here. Yeah, if we go back to what the optimizer was saying. Let's jump back over to the optimizer for a second. And we look at... So this team, it's only done 5 runs, 2 variations, average of 2.5 minutes a run on stage 20. So you can definitely get away with slow champions, but people running HP percentage boots, or in Cal's case, attack percentage boots. So if we were to go, got to have some in Immortal, because once again, I like these sets on Kale. Like, particularly if, like you say, you haven't touched him since early game. No, just to 8. Silver's a bit low. Not ideal rolls. But the only pay you got. I'm going to take these up to 12 for now. And then you can save more silver and take them up to... these will stay at 12. I wouldn't roll these any higher. But, stop that there. We're already over... We're at 150 speed, just shy. Then we won... Go up to... Lifesteal. Oh, loving this. This will all come in handy for Faction Wars. Crit rate with speed and attack. Same again, touch 12. That was just unlucky rolls. We don't need him for... Yeah, no, I wasn't suggesting we tweak your Deacon build, because I know your Deacon's in your clan boss. But I think we can actually tweak other champions builds to start to get going in the right direction. So 4 minutes a run for 16, I think we can greatly improve on just by swapping a couple of pieces of gear on people you're probably not using. I don't even know what's holding this off. There we go. And at this point, we're just looking for somewhere we could pick up some survivability stats and some speed. Set that to 8. I mean, that is now, I'm going to guess, going to be one of the fastest pieces you've got in lifesteal. Come on. Oh, so close to the triple. Got the double roll. There we go. Already 174 speed on Kale. Lifesteal gear. Yeah, sometimes it's just the patience of rolling things up. But it's been that long since I've been at that point in the game, I forgot what this gear looks like. Cold Heart. Once again. I'm actually tempted with Cold Heart to do these two pieces. Yeah, and silver something that becomes... It's a tedious farm. But doing... that is all gear that outside of that set you're never going to use. So you're sat on 5.3 million silver that you could have farmed and haven't. I'm not going to do it. I'll let you make that decision, but I do not know a mid, late and end game player that will not tell you to sack all of that stuff off that isn't in the speed set. What I was looking at was, if we take Cold Heart, just go with speed, accuracy. Oh, speed and accuracy and crit rate on the same piece. Set that to 8. I'm just conscious that your silver's a little bit low here. So it's gone where we want it. We want it in either... Well, rolling any of those 3 stats, actually, great for us. Yeah, let's just find this piece then, and we will get that done. There we go. So this is the holy grail of crit damage substats, particularly in this set, perception set. You got crit damage main, accuracy, crit rate. If we can get a roll or 2 in crit rate here, 1, as we're going to be selling some gear in a second, go with 2. Double crit rate, 3. Pop that on now. We're at, what, 92% crit rate, 143% crit damage. We go with... do that one. As we're not going to be making some silver in a second, we'll do that one to 12 as well. Oh, beautiful. See where this drops us to. We're 3% short. Yes, we've broken a set, but we're still only 3% short of getting the 70% we need. We need to get some speed, because we need, particularly for Fire Knight and Spider, you'll be able to use her for both. You need her to be going fast enough to be able to cycle back to her abilities. So here you go. Yes, we lose 7% crit damage, but take that up to 8. A couple of rolls here. It rolled wrong, but drop that on as well. You see how we're slowly tweaking these builds to get us going. So Cold Hearts only need 70% crit rate. Outside of that, 70% crit rate, enough accuracy to land a Heartseeker. So 10 accuracy per level of dungeon that you're doing. And after that, survivability. There's a rule of thumb, you will always go crit damage, HP or defense, speed, accuracy, crit damage, and then HP with attack, HP or defense with HP and defense rolls. You want to try and push the survivability here as much as you can. Let's see if we've got... Even though this is an attack... Let's see what else we've got. So yeah, see, this is where... this is where it's heartbreaking for newer accounts, because the amount of time you will have put into farming spiders, dragons, and everywhere to get all the gear you need and the silver you need and things like that. Oh, I mean, neither of them were bad stats to roll here. So we're going to make up for what we've just lost there, here, when we move that piece around. So we're going to select all, but what I will do is the speed gear you've got, we will save, just because if it rolls, it may be the new fastest gear you've got on your account, particularly in that set. For these pieces, they've got, so we'll go through these individually. So, cut speed, we'll keep it, we'll roll it. It rolled speed, could be a worthwhile piece. Could still roll 1 speed, could be a worthwhile piece. Flat attack, no speed, get rid of it. HP, no speed, gone. Attack, no speed, gone. HP, no speed, gone. HP, no speed. Attack with speed, keep and roll. Defense, no speed, gone. Defense, no speed, gone. Then all we'll do, these pieces here, these 2 rare, we'll deal with these while we're here. So this is just stuff you can take and use moving forward. We'll take it to level 4. We're only interested in that roll. Take it to 8. So, 10 speed. Take this one to 4. Single roll speed. Take it to 8. Double speed. There you go. That, fantastic piece now. For a speed lead like a Haikatoon, who could... If we just look now at Haikatoon, I'm not going to rebuild that, but show you the sort of thing we're looking at here. Haikatoon, all we care about is speed. Speed is our highest priority, Anna. We've set this for speed, and then we also want to... I remember how... Hide set filters. So this will show us just the fastest pieces of gear on the account. We go fit in room. We're currently at 180 speed. We've just gained 21 speed, just changing those 2 pieces out. And if you had a helmet and boots that were speed, so these boots actually would benefit Haikatoon much more than anything else would when they're leveled up. And then if you can get... Let's put the filters back on. So what... So I don't know if you high-tuned, speed-tuned for something, but it shows how quickly you can build speed up on your account. So anyway, where were we? We were at Cold Heart. So I want to try and get Cold Heart in as many perception pieces as possible. Once again, go survivability on a chest while you're still trying to keep her alive. We need something with crit rate on it, because we will drop tremendously by the looks of that. Distance, accuracy. Okay, so what else have we got? Right. See, and it's just trying to find the builds that roll. So all we want is to not drop any crit rate and to try and build some crit damage and some accuracy. Equip that. So here we go. Now we're pushing speed, we've pushed crit rate, pushed crit damage, and we've got the accuracy we need. That's where we were lacking before. So we're now at the accuracy level we need to be clearing stage 20 dungeons. Just because they're going to be flat stat anyway. So once I take this up, try and push for more HP. This is the thing. Cold Hearts are notoriously squishy because they're rares at the end of the day. They've got very low base stats. So we have to try and get damage out where we can. Let's see if they've breaking that set. See if you got something in that set. Just while you're still trying to find again. No, we've obviously got rid of. Go with everything. Ronda, Omega. So yeah, resistance is one where if you can't build 300 of it, like 300 resistance is as good as, you know, you can get. Like anything below that really is sort of redundant in anything outside of really early dungeons. Resistance is one of the things you want to push all the way and have as much resistance on everything as you can for resistance set, banner, chest, masteries, everything. Or don't touch it at all. That's right. Kale, Ornn we had a look at. So we're happy with. Right, your current time here is 4 minutes 78 turns. So survivability isn't your problem, is it? It's actually pushing through and getting things done. Let's see if we can drop this time. I still think I prefer this way round. Right. So hopefully this will be, you know, somewhat faster than you were previously doing. And yeah, all you'll do is, as you'd get Allure ranked up, just swap Allure in and Ornn out, and you'll be able to then get this running much faster, much smoother. And this team will likely be able to carry you all the way to stage 20. So we need Cold Heart brought back up. There we go. We need Cold Heart to survive this. Right. Now we should be able to get Heartseeker off, hopefully, before he goes. No? That's still on cooldown. This is probably Cold Heart, but we... It's getting the Heartseeker off. So, I mean, you've got the champions to do it, and this is the team that will do it. I'm just not... Oh. Resisted at that level of accuracy? Yeah. I was trying not to move too many builds around, and actually, as Kale's got a multi-hitter and utility elsewhere, so he's got the poisons and things like that that can help. I mean, realistically, we need Syl to be trying to get a decreased speed out as well. Yeah, decreased speed. So if we can get that out, and Cold Heart's not getting resisted, we're fine. Right. That. Yeah, I think Foulhound, he'd get it done. Particularly using the instinct set, but he'd need a bit of a rebuild. I think we need to look at, might be worth trying to add some more survivability to it. So let's... You've got a great survivability champ that I didn't even think to put in. I've done all that, I need to check a build anyway. What we got? Defense percentage, speed, accuracy, defense. I mean, I could see how you've managed to pump so much defense in here. A great set for her. The only thing we will see is, do we have attack? But let's try without changing your Valk build. Try and save that little bit of silver. Just for the survivability. So you've got what? Speed, revive, survivability, damage, multi-hits. That and the fact that Valk hits like a tank. But that shield could come in so clutch against the boss in this. And then Spider, I think, to get through to 20, a team that will beat 16 or beat 20, it's a survivability problem at that point. So a miscreated monster in a team like that would be fantastic, particularly for Spider, because when he does his AoE that puts the shield out, he'll hit every spider, which will actually really help. It keeps his shield up for longer, makes his shield better, and you can tank the spiderling hits and the poisons through the shield. So yes, we got decrease. There we go. Went off there. So 109k hit from Cold Heart at that point. This is where if we've got an Allure in here as well, or someone else that's dropping turn meter on an A1, like, I mean, Allure or the epic I pulled was... We'll have to go back through chat now. Lawn. We got a Cutter in there instead as well. Actually, you'd find this shield wouldn't go back up. And in fact, we're only, one Cold Heart attack before that goes. So if Cold Heart's 5 speed faster there, she goes again and that shield does not go back up. Because that's the idea, you've got enough turn meter control that once the shield's down, it doesn't go up. That's the trick. So we've cut your time in half. Yeah, so Ruella in. You could put Ruella in. In fact, what you could do, if you really wanted to, is take Kayle out. Put... Yeah, so she got, what, 85% chance of stealing 5% turn meter. So yeah, put Ruella in. Past, I mean, it would probably run on 16, but you're probably going to want slightly more defensive stats. Probably going to want a 6 start to try and push this team to 20, but this team would hit 20 without a problem. Then Spiders. We're currently running. Spiders, we're going to be looking at something like, depending on how cheesy you want to be about it. So I know that was a pre-saved team, but literally, as long as you got the accuracy to do it, in theory, and I'm going to try and build one of these out. As soon as you got the builds to do it, running something like that, yeah, so H teams are great. They will get you there. They have the champs you need and the skills you need, but they can be very gear intensive. But that is just, that's just the way it works. He has, at that point in the game and the gear you're getting and stuff like that, it's great. But a team like this would do it. We go in, decrease defense, max HP, max HP, max HP, max HP. Or the other way you could do it Would probably be my preferred way, probably a safer way. To go down either sit with you, Crypt King, and Achak for the freeze, or Crypt King and Miscreated for the stun. You could run Deacon, but depending on the speed he's running at, he may be too fast. So what have we got him at? 185. So you can get everyone above 160. Deacon would be fine. But if he's above that speed, he's going to start running past everybody. I don't know, we want it to be over quickly, but just in case it isn't, you don't want him to be too fast. Otherwise, it can be quite tricky then when you get to the second and third turn to keep everyone going in the right order. But Deacon would 100% be the better option if you can push everyone that little bit faster. So, right. Hopefully, buddy, that has helped and shown you. Well, hey, we've made your Fire Knight faster. And we've managed to see exactly what you were missing for Spider. So, hopefully, that has helped. You're going to be able to actually get, a bit of progression going and be able to push slightly further forward. Because if you can get more survivability on that Fire Knight team, it will 100% run at Fire Knight 20. Because it's very similar to all rare teams I've ran before, but you've got the ability to have much better survivability stats in it. So, right, I'm going to jump off your account now. Jump to this, and then I'm going to say goodbye because I am knackered. So, cheers for watching. Hopefully that helped, Liam, and hopefully I will catch you next time. So, thanks, and I'll